Keep your hand on your gun. Don't you trust anyone. There's just one kind of man that you can trust. That's a dead man or a gringo like me.
So yeah, what I want to be talking about today is what I think the issues are in society right now that are hindering us from growth and possibly survival on this planet, and then what I think also needs to happen in order for us to survive. So, number one, I think that the real issue is people's nature. We've evolved from kind of a natural selection type of society, and I think that's a real issue in that we're always competing with each other. We're still having huge wars and nuking each other. Well, luckily not for a while, but basically just battling each other and not working together collectively to be able to make a difference. I want to see us grow and expand further than just the Earth, this little blue dot that we're on. So to do that, I think that we need to come together and be able to maybe even compete with each other, since in order for the US to get to the moon, we had to have a little push from the Russians. We just need to have other competition, because right now the US has dominance in so many spheres, so without any competition we're not. And the US is losing its dominance for sure. And hopefully India and China will be able to pick up that slack. A lot of the people that are coming in for postdoctorate degree or for doctorate degrees and doing research at these big top universities are from out of the US. So basically what they're doing is they're coming in, getting funding, and then taking their knowledge back to their home country. And that's why you're seeing big explosions in places like Dubai, because they're having a lot of intellectual talent come in.
That's the way I feel about you.
Really now. Also, for certain issues, I'm not sure if I've made up my mind. Like, do I think that as humans we're too stupid to be able to advance to some level? Because I know right now, compared to anyone else that would actually travel the solar system, we're so primitive, we can't even leave our solar system. Did I say solar system before? I meant travel the galaxies, universe, anything like that. But yeah, right now we are way too primitive to be able to go anywhere. We haven't even gotten to Mars yet. And they think that's gonna happen in like 2030, but that is way too close to be any good. It smells like burnt toast. Is that a stroke coming on? At the same time, I don't think we're that stupid, because we've been able to go so far. We've hit the moon, we've done things like that. The only really dumb thing that I think we've done is possibly screw up our planet by using too many fossil fuels. I think we need to find a better energy harvesting system or technology. And right now we have solar panels, and that's like pretty good. However, it's not great. Right now they only have a 40% absorption rate, I think, or maybe it's 40% energy conversion. But anyway, like, that's not great. And supposedly there's a new kind of material, a new kind of metamaterial, they're calling it, which could give us like 90% is what's estimated, and this is just a paper I read. But that seems a little outlandish to me, because 90% is, come on, that's amazing. I think it even said 99 and had the gumption to say that. Left on Cherokee? Is that right? Could that be right? Could this be love?
Is this love that I'm feeling?
All for the elusive fucking Home Depot. So let me be an optimist for a second and say that we do have the smarts to be able to make it there. The things that I think will have to change will be our energy consumption. And I mean that in resources, but as well as just energy in general. So, as Americans, we eat a lot of hamburgers, and a lot of energy and pollution is caused by us eating so many hamburgers. So I'm not saying that, you know, there's not a good way to make meat that's less energy, I mean, that couldn't be energy efficient. They're starting to 3D print it, so I'm not sure if that would be energy efficient or not, compared to having cows sit in a field and fart all day and ruin our atmosphere with all that methane. But I'm saying that people need to take that into consideration. And this is where the human nature comes in. So since everyone has been competing for years, and it's basically individuals will survive and that's all they're centered around, it's really hard for people to see the big picture. I know people who don't think that we'll be able to change the Earth that or be able to reverse the effects that we've done on the Earth. Basically, their argument was, if you go to Mars, we'll have a better chance of surviving than on Earth, and that's just ridiculous. That's ludicrous. Because first, Mars doesn't have much of an atmosphere, so we'd have to build our own. As opposed to fixing the one we've already like kind of screwed up now, you know, I think staying here would be an easier and better option. So I think people need to be less self-centered and focus more on what we need to do in order to survive as a whole. So if that's everybody becoming vegan and having to eat, you know, tofu patties, so be it. It might be necessary at some point in time. If you're gonna live on a planet, you gotta respect it. And we have not been doing that so far. Also, I personally like trying to think about what we would do if we would meet aliens, and they were sentient. First off, I don't think they would be happy to meet us, especially if they've been following our history or knew anything about it, because we're animals. We still are primitive animals who will just fight each other. So I couldn't see anybody wanting to, you know, wanting to be cool with us if we're not going to be cool with ourselves, you know? Yow! That was really weird. Walk into Home Depot, and the first thing the guy says to me is, "Where'd you park your spaceship?" And I was like, how did you know? So if you guys like this video, go over there, give it a like, do all that stuff, you know? And, you know, hopefully I get to talk about science fiction more often. If you got any comments or things you think are going to happen in the world or need to happen in order for us to survive, let me know, because I'd love to hear your take on it.
Ground control to Major Tom.